Surrender it. And he wanted it, but Cranston, well, in the end, he got it because Cranston gave it to him. Centering ball. Aim was to get it to Grimer, who dropped the mark. Now Sturt from the back, work it through the hands. Even in these conditions, which later on might even get a bit wet, they'll try and do this, and they can't afford to turn it over like they did then for Adlington to goal.
Well, beautiful kick by Paul Adlington. You can see there Glenelg imposing themselves on the game already, just in terms of their pressure. See, a short kick there, didn't hit the target. Gum just under enormous pressure. It was due to the kick, really. Sheedy streaming out of defence. More a wrong option than anything. Perhaps needed to go down the line. He had a player leading from centre half forward, but Glenelg pounced and kicked the goal.
Adlington, originally from Horsham, playing with break off the interchange, and Seller, who's just clapping his hands saying give it to me. The short kick went to Block. Block's kick, just to Bode in the end, who decided to punch it away, but it's all the Bays. Snuck back by Bode, whose quick kick turned it over to Panozzo. Breaks the tackle, did pretty well. Needs to find someone inside 50. Kirkby, 1-2, free grabs, not paid. Fisher kicks for goal and splits the middle. Oh, a couple of fumbles, maybe a free kick, but then Fisher was a dead-eye dick from 45.
Well, it started with Panozzo across half-back, just taking on the tackler. Johncock not able to make the tackle, wasn't successful there. Should have pinned him at half-back, but he pushed the ball forward. You can see there, Kirkby once again dangerous out on the lead. Couldn't take the mark on that occasion, but Fisher was there. Superb position, just ready to crumb. Luckily it bounced his side, but off of 3 steps was able to ping a goal.
Inside 50.
Outside 50 it goes. Kirkby pressured by McLeay. McLeay did brilliantly. Now he's on centre wing. He looks up for Herring and misses him and gives it to Meyer. A turnover, and the Bays will come back the other way, or will they? Yes, Meyer finally gets control of the ball.
Over the top to Kane. Kane released nicely to Panozzo. Panozzo with a run and a long kick. Couple of big talls there. Kirkby in the middle of that, but Button at the front takes the mark. Button in short, man running free is Murphy, and he spots him and hits him lace out. And Byron Murphy, he'll be a nervous man going for this. They've booted 2-7, have wasted so many opportunities, and that's a lovely spot up by Button.
He can be a very good player, Lockie Button. That would have done his confidence a huge amount of good, taking that nice pack mark.
They haven't booted a goal since the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. Murphy draws it back. They've got one. The first goal kicked to right of screen so far in the match. And Byron Murphy kicks the goal. He's booted 12 so far this season, but that was pretty handy, pretty important. And Panozzo's run off half-back also.
Panozzo's been exceptional. He's one of those players just able to break the lines with his pace. Lockie Button would like to see him do that more often. We know when he gets hold of the ball, he's as good as anyone in his disposal. He disposes of the ball like a midfielder. And this guy here, Murphy, well, he's got...
Back up from Sheedy. Wanted to go back to Bratton. Then Yench again. They're trying to run it hard. Sturt, they're not doing it at the moment. Blocks tackle on Fiddick, shut him down. Still no call of a free kick, though. And finally, we'll get a ball up. Well, the umpires have just changed the rules, have they, this afternoon?
Certainly put the whistle away in relation to holding the ball.
Seller and Thurston's, and then Fisher just slapped it forward, and Grimer, great stuff to Block, and Block runs to goal and converts.
Well, it's once again stoppage and clearance in favour of Glenelg. Some nice play there by Fisher, moving the ball forward. Nice tap out of the pack. You can see here, just moving the ball forward. Grimer, beautiful hands. And Block, another nice finish. Second in a row for Glenelg. Tap out, feed off without standing upright. And it was a lovely take by Block and a nice finish.
Boundary throw in. Murphy can't collect. Crane can. Spun out of the tackle. Handball. Kellogg did nicely to Willoughby, who hasn't had that much of it. Kick inside 50. Kirkby. Rob Palmer, you're spot on. If they can deliver inside 50 and then finish, this has been the crucial part for the Bays. They get it inside 50, but they can't finish it off, and that's a lovely kick by Willoughby.
Well, last time these two teams met was around 21 at Unley Oval, and it was the third quarter dominated by Glenelg that set up the win.
Kirkby kicks the goal. They're in front by that straight kick. And Kirkby, who booted 4 last week, gets on the board in this preliminary final.
He's a dangerous player because he can mark the ball out in front. He's got long arms. See there, had plenty of space. Since his direct opponent was nowhere near him, so he took the easy option on the chest mark. He just has that ability to be able to gain that 1 or 3 yards from his direct opponent. We know he's a lovely kick. We saw that last week with his 4 goals.
James McLeay, as he goes into the ruck contest to oppose to Kirkby. He can't make it. Kirkby palms it down easily to Fisher to backward. Off the left foot, dangerous, 20 from goal. Punch comes, and roving at McGregor. And he makes up for not getting that ball when he was in the corridor from Cranston by kicking a lovely snap.
He's such a lively player as McGregor. Beautiful spot there. Nice roving. That's what you expect from a small forward. See, big pack, front and square. Didn't hesitate, threw it on the left boot, finished with a goal. And once again, Glenelg player is rewarded by going to the bench.
McGregor, yellow ball. You don't want the players getting confused if it's red and then yellow. So Sello, who's done all the ruck work in this final term thus far. Trengo taken to ground. Gee, you'd like to know when the opportunity to dispose of that ball was. It's a free kick to Murphy inside 50. He goes for Grimer. Just finishes in front of him. Grimer with a great kick, and Button takes it.
Oh, he gets an opportunity to make amends here. He'll be a bit nervous, I reckon, the big fella. Lovely kick by Grimer to send to the ball.
Not a lot of space for Grimer to work in, as you saw there. Maybe less than a metre to the boundary line, and the Sturt players didn't react. Button did, and he kicks a goal. And it's a 1-point game.
Well, lucky for Lockie Button that that ball was centred. He gets an opportunity to make amends. An interesting choice here by Murphy to go to the boundary line. Even if Grimer had taken the mark, really had no opportunity to score from that tight angle, but just threw it on the boot there. And it was a pretty lucky kick. Fiddick was standing there inside the corridor. The ball went straight over his head, and Button, well, he took his opportunity.
Serves for Sturt to the grand final last year and won. Here's Gum off the pack. Oh, if he got that kick away, and it wasn't to be. Adlington with a great tackle.
What a superb tackle.
And that could be a match saver too. Adlington called the play on.